Welcome back to Perks Recap. Back at it once again. We're hitting some jazz today on the channel. I'm excited for that. We don't do too much jazz on here. That's just to be honest, we don't do all that much jazz. But I've always said as long as there's some instruments being played, I'm gonna be impressed, and as long as they're being played well, I'll be impressed, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll give anything a chance. And this one, I actually do have high hopes for, even though it is jazz and it's not my forte necessarily. Um, Kamasi, Washington is the artist, or Kamasi, Washington is the artist. This is an NPR broadcast of a release party for his album called The Epic. And apparently, it is epic. It's like 3 discs long, a lot of music on there. I think like 4 hours of music on there. So that's pretty cool. The song we're going to do is called Askim, not Ask Him, Askim, Askim. Anyway, this is going to be a two-parter, so this is part one. I'm trying to avoid going too long on these videos. It just takes so long to upload sometimes. And it's a much bigger of a production for me on my end in terms of editing and things like that, the longer the videos are. This is like a 20-minute video. When you add in my commentary, my open, my close, things like this, it's going to be over 30 minutes, and I'm trying to avoid those as much as I can. So this will be a two-parter. Part one right here. I'll break it up. I'll try to find the best place I can to break it up into two parts. But hopefully you're going to join me for both parts, and you're going to enjoy the ride here that we're going on. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's get started.
Wow. Wow. All I'm going to say is wow. Y'all so beautiful. Wow. Wow. Thank y'all so much for being here. I see so many faces I know. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to play something for y'all now.
That's a chaotic intro. Of course, that quick, we get ready to hit a commercial. Gotta say though, uh, this is from a suggestion and a donation from Al. He suggested and donated before, and he did mention in his email that there's too many people to even account for in terms of how many people are in this band or how many people are playing on this night. So he was, I mean, he's absolutely right. There's a lot of people up there, but it really hasn't gotten started yet. The intro was pretty chaotic. Obviously, that was done on purpose. Uh, but we're just getting into it now, and of course, the commercial hit. As soon as I can, I will skip it. It was ridiculous. Oh man, that was insane. That was really, really good. Al did mention also in his email that the only other band member that he mentioned specifically was called, he had a nickname called Thundercat. And he mentioned that Thundercat had a crazy solo at the beginning of this, early on in the song. And that must have been Thundercat right there. That was well done. That was excellent. But this whole band, this whole thing is impressive. This is quite a production. To get that many people to do one song and how much each element of it is so involved, and to be that in sync, and two drummers and the whole thing, just really, really impressive. I'm really enjoying this. Hopefully you are too. Let's keep going. They were just finishing up that part, so I think we're okay we don't need to go back or anything.
Thundercat on bass, Stephen Bruni, y'all.
There you have it. This is actually working out pretty well in terms of a good point to pause. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to find a good point, but we just had that solo. There's a little bit of a lull. He's getting announced to the crowd in terms of Thundercat, and everybody's applauding him for that solo we just heard. A little bit of a lull. Great point to pause for part one, and we'll resume right where we left off at part two. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We haven't heard like a crazy solo or anything crazy from Kamasi yet, or Kamasi. And I'm assuming we will, and so that means part two will probably be even a little better than part one. And I was really impressed with this. Big production, a lot of people. I think I might have said his name wrong. I think I left off the K before and said Amasi. It's Kamasi or Kamasi. I don't know the pronunciation like I said before, but there is a K. It's Kamasi. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed part one. I definitely did. I think part two will be even better, so please join me for that. Real quick, if you'd like to donate to the channel, information for Venmo and PayPal is in the description below. It's also at the end of this video, or you can hit the thanks button on YouTube. I'll donate to the channel. Give me something I never would have gotten on my own that everybody's getting now on the channel, hopefully enjoying. So there's an example of what happens when you donate. You get whatever you like. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Please join me for part two, and until then, I will see you later.